You look worried before I've even said anything. You know you had trouble with your pitching tonight, didn't you? Nikita, talk to me.
I wouldn't say it was totally off key. I would say I think I done all right.
It was... Now is the time to be blatantly honest because, you know, we're getting so near to the final and there are no allowances anymore. I have to say what I hear, and you were definitely, you're pitching big time problems tonight, and I still feel that you're uncomfortable doing what you do. You know, you're a young girl, Nikita, you're gorgeous, and I just feel that you're holding back. You should have gone for it. That's the campest song anyone could ever sing. It's fabulous, and you should have just thrown yourself into it.
Hey, Nikita, you know what? I agree with Sharon. I mean, this is your biggest challenge tonight, you know? And it just wasn't right. Nikita, the song is too big for you. The low parts were too low, the high... The words are, you can dance, you can shine.
I think the song fitted me a lot.
The lyrics are, you can dance, you can shine. You didn't. Well, you know what, Nikita? It's not your fault. Simon gave you the wrong song again. Again.
Simon gave me a song and I changed it to that one.
See, it didn't work. It just didn't work.
Okay, thanks, Simon.
Nick, I don't think you should have changed the song, because I think this was the week where we needed to turn you more into a singer. This song is like a minefield, and if I'm going to be honest with you, and I'm going to be honest about all my acts tonight, it was out of tune.
Where's the action, Nikita? It's fantastic! Go on!
Okay. Harsh comments from the panel tonight, so really, she needs...
Well, it was as camp as a row of tents, wasn't it? I mean, let's be honest. If Louis couldn't get ABBA Night right, there's a problem. Right? I mean, Louis, you have a massive unfair advantage here. But you know what, guys? You know, I wouldn't say vocally it was the best thing I've ever heard. I wouldn't say the choreography was the best I've ever seen. But it was 1,000,000% better than last week.
Last week, I wanted to show everybody that Robert Allen can sing. He ain't just a maniac running up and down the stage.
On paper, this should have actually been a disaster, but it wasn't. I absolutely loved it.
There was nothing...
Retirements and risk-provoking.
I like what you do with the song. You know, you're one of the few, and there's only a few, natural performers in this competition. And that's why you deserve to be on the stage. You look great, you sing, and you're a great performer. I want everybody to vote for you, Robert.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Robert, you had a great week last week. You didn't tonight.
Oh! I didn't.
I'll tell you why. Eden Road made the song sound, in a strange way, current. This sounded 30 years out of date. It's the sort of thing you would hear at a mediocre wedding.
Oh, no, no,
That's what it was. It was
chestnut.
There was,
people.
Let me finish. There was a guy 40 years ago...
I know that we know that you liked it, really.
No, I didn't. Really didn't like it. There was a guy years ago called Billy Ocean, you know, who was singing these kind of songs 40 years ago. No relevance whatsoever for today.
But you know what? I will be very honest with you. You know what I mean? I came out here and gave it the best that I could. You know what I mean? But I was very nervous as well. But at the end of the day, I enjoyed singing it, and it's all good. So, OK, Mum.
Defend yourself, because that's why I'm here, Robert, to defend you. He's just jealous because you've got it all. That's all.
Yes.
He wants to keep his form for as long as he can, so he's trying to put everybody else down. Take no notice, my darling. You nailed it. I love you. a very pretty song for you to sing. It's a really beautiful song. And of course, you know, with your vocal range, you can do no wrong. But one thing I just want to say is your vibrato. You go into vibrato a lot, and you just got to be careful not to go into that Christina shaky lip thing. Because it's easy to fall into that trap. But, you know, great. I'd love to see next week you sing something more up-tempo, to see that side of you. But as usual, you know, great vocal performance.
Thank you.
Well done.
Leona, you always do a good job. I thought last week you were absolutely brilliant. Tonight it was a bit like Mariah Carey singing an ABBA song. But, you know, saying that, Leona, I do think you're great. And Leona, you could be the first girl to win the X Factor.
Oh, thank you.
Leona, I love Louis using "you sound like Mariah Carey" as a negative. That's terrible. Leona, you know what? When I first met you, you were a very, very shy, insecure little girl. Over the last 2 weeks, I've seen you come out of your shell. What I love about you is you're prepared to take a risk. You did not do a karaoke version of an ABBA song, which is the obvious thing to do. You made a massive attempt to do your thing on it. Once again, different league to anyone else we've heard tonight.
Thanks, judges. A different league said so.
For you guys, I know from day one you've taken so much stick from Simon and myself, and you know, each week you're back. You've never been in the bottom two.
Yep.
Okay, so listen, what I say doesn't mean anything because the guys out there like you.
Yeah.
So that's why you keep coming back. So I'm going to hand it over to Simon.
Great stuff. Thank you, Sharon. Great. Thank you.
Look, guys. You know, you're two very nice guys. You know, I've seen you backstage and, you know, you don't sulk. The problem is, you cannot, in a billion years, win this competition. You can't. It was, you know, it was a mediocre, very Scottish version of Fernando with, I'll grant you this, the worst guitar solo I have ever heard in my life. Why would you? But why would you get them to do?
Simon, seriously,
but
you
why?
know nothing about guitars or real music, and everybody knows that. And you know, Craig and Brian played live tonight. The harmonies were spot on.
Wonderful.
Everybody, Simon, everybody in Scotland loves this
you're
group,
talking
and we don't
rubbish.
care what you think. Scotland is going to vote, and they won't be in the bottom two tonight.
They're not anymore.
They won't be in the bottom two.
Thank you, Louis. Guys,